Fayette County Sports, presented by Fayette County Public Health, serving all of Fayette County. COVID shots are still available. Call for more information. The Fayette Early Learning Center. Sign-ups continue for preschool and Head Start programs. Great Oaks Career Campuses, specializing in career and technical education for both high school students and adults. Summers Funeral Home, since 1991, providing thoughtful, caring, and respectful services to families in time of need. By M&M Turf Fasteners, now third generation in serving the equine industry locally and nationally. Jim Van Dyke Automotive Center, your family-owned and operated auto repair shop and tire center since 2001. Courthouse Manor, St. Catherine Manor, both in Washington Courthouse. From therapy stays to long-term care or assisted living. Leala Lanes and Amore Pizzeria, family-owned and operated bowling center with the best pizza and subs in town. And by Kirk's Furniture in New Holland. Small town value, big city selection, serving the area for over 100 years with furniture, appliances, and mattresses. By Epiphano McDonald's, with 3 locations in Fayette County and Jamestown. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Casting live on YouTube tonight. Of course, if you're at all familiar and you are listening to me, hopefully the numbers will grow throughout the evening. But, of course, Facebook and Twitter and Instagram are all having some kind of a major international meltdown, and the world is probably going to pot right now because everybody can't get on their Facebook page. So David says, well, let's try YouTube and see if maybe we can get this on live. So that's what we're doing. And we will, of course, link the broadcast to our Facebook page after we are done here tonight. But we are going to be going live. It's Washington Courthouse taking on Miami Trace Girls Soccer. First of 2 meetings just this week between these two teams. They'll play again Thursday night in town at Washington Courthouse. The Miami Trace team comes in with a record of 1 win, 10 loss, and 1 tie. They are 0-7 in the Frontier Athletic Conference. The tie was with Ross Southeastern back on September the 2nd at 2-2. Then they came back the next night with 2 nights later on the 9th with a 3-1 win over the Westfall Mustang Lady squad. Meanwhile, for Washington Courthouse, it's been a tough season. They are currently 0-9-1. They are 0-5 in the Frontier Athletic Conference. They have several players have been injured, and they're basically down to about 12 players on the roster heading into the final part of the schedule. But they're tough, and they're going to do the best they possibly can with a lot of good effort and hopefully chalk up a win or two here as they head down the stretch heading into tournament time. Their tie came against Yellow Springs back on August the 23rd. As we mentioned, the team is 0-9-1, but they have played pretty well the last couple weeks. They look at some of the scores. They just are not able to get on the scoreboard. That's part of their problem. They've only scored 3 goals this season while giving up 50. Meanwhile, Miami Trace has really not done that much better. They've only scored 14 goals, and 6 of those was down at Hillsboro in the early part of the season. And they've given up 68 goals total, including 21 in their last 2 games at Chillicothe and Leesburg-Fairfield the last 2 weeks. They also gave up 10 goals to Chillicothe. You take that out, and overall they're not doing all that bad as far as giving up goals in the game. So we're going to try to paint a goal picture for you for both these teams. But again, it's Trace and Courthouse to throw the records out. It really doesn't matter now, does it? And we'll find out what happens with these squads. We will have the introductions And also, we will have the start of tonight's game right here as you're watching girls soccer action on WCHC TV at YouTube.com.
County Early Learning Center is now enrolling for all 3 programs. Our Head Start program, which is a preschool program for 3 to 5-year-olds. Our Early Head Start home-based program, which is our home-based program that serves pregnant moms and children birth to 3. And then our Early Head Start Child Care Partnership at Rockabye Early Learning Center, which is a center-based program for working parents or parents that are going to school for children birth to 3. For more information, contact Fayette County Early Learning Center at 740-335-7138.
Great Oaks is for those who can imagine a car, truck, or airplane that looks and runs as good as new, or better than new, and then gain the skills to repair, replace, repaint, and more. It's for those who know that beautiful homes don't just happen, they're the result of skill and talent. It's for those who want to program complex machines to create the parts and products that make a difference. Limited space is still available for incoming high school juniors. Apply now. Go places.
This contest live. This is senior night, and let's go over to Aaron Hammond and pick up the introduction of the seniors. First one is Mallory Pavey.
To study ag business. Ladies and gentlemen, Panther Senior, number 3, Mallory Pavey. Our next senior is number 8, Carmen Enix. Carmen is being escorted by her parents, Rob and Jennifer Enix. After graduation, Carmen plans on attending Kent State University, where she plans to study nursing. Ladies and gentlemen, Panther Senior, number 8, Carmen Enix. Our final senior is number 9, Candace Matthews. Candace is being escorted this evening by her parents, Joe and Tammy Matthews. After graduation, Candace plans to study biomedical engineering. However, her college choice remains undecided. Ladies and gentlemen, Panther Senior, number 9, Candace Matthews. Congratulations, seniors, and best wishes. In order to honor America and those who are currently serving to protect the freedoms that we hold so dear, and those who have previously served to protect those same freedoms, I ask that you all please stand for the playing of the national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. Chelsea Dawson. 13, Addie Chambers. 11, Kathleen McQuilling. 20, Lyndon Gibbs. 10, Lauren Joseph. 3, Allison Lotz. And 4, Destiny Snyder. And now the home team on the scoreboard. Number 10, Abigail Thompson. 11, Delaney Thomas. 13, Emma C. 4, Gina Griffith. 7, Keely Ramirez. 1, Layla Penrod. 2, McKenna Davis. 5, Alexa Streitenberger. 14, Carly Smith. 12, Katie Harris. 16, Katie Hines. 6, Mackenzie Morris. 19, Mia Dixon. 15, Gabriella Miller. 21, Hannah Hauk. 23, Madison Corey. 18, Sarah Smith. And now for our seniors. Number 8, Carmen Enix. 9, Candace Matthews. And number 3, Mallory Pavey. Good luck, ladies.
All right, so there's the introductions of both teams in recognition of the seniors. Again, both Washington Courthouse. 6 of the 15 players on their starting season roster being recognized, along with the 3 from Miami Trace. So it's going to be interesting as both teams are trying to recoup from what has been a very disappointing season, to say the least. Miami Trace, again, 1-10-1, and Washington Courthouse comes in with a record of no wins, 9 losses, and a tie. We will be introducing the players as the action resumes. We understand for Washington Courthouse, as get our papers straight here a little bit, that at least 3 of the players are out because of injuries. So basically 1 sub on the 11-person unit on your screen. Washington Courthouse will be in the white and blue uniform, of course, and Miami Trace in the black and white. And they, of course, will be on the left to right as we get this game underway. Coming down with it, it will be Candace Matthews, one of the 3 seniors. Ball is knocked loose by Kalina McQuillan. Ball is rolling to the right out of bounds line, and it goes out of bounds. And it'll go back to Miami Trace as it's kicked out. Mallory Pavin will throw it in. Now over to Candace Matthews. Matthews, McQuillan's on her pretty tight. Tries to lead pass across the field, and the ball's deflected by Washington Courthouse. It's Allison Chambers. Now fight for the ball on the left side. Miami Trace gets it back. And out about the 10-yard line, there's a shot on goal, partially deflected by the goalie for the Blue Lions, that being Jordan McCain, who is making her 2nd start of the season. And the ball is deflected and goes out of bounds. So, quickly a shot on goal for Miami Trace, but not able to get a score as they were about 10 yards out. Ball is thrown in off the body of Janet Griffith. Now they try to go in the middle, knocked down by the Blue Lions. Now they're starting some offense, stolen right back by Pavey. Ball batted around. Again, it was Graham, number 2 for Courthouse, and she's not able to stop it from going out of bounds. Miami Trace will have it, and they quickly pick it up, and here we go. Maya Dickerson quickly down, coming down on that right side, trying a little sneak in, was Delaney Thomas, and the ball went out of bounds, and it goes back to Miami Trace. They play 2 40-minute halves. Of course, the officials at times could add time on at the end of the half due to injuries when the clock doesn't stop. They do call occasional timeouts. So, David, we may be running a lot of ads at halftime at the end of the game. There's the ball kicked in. With the ball will be Griffin. Griffin shot, partially blocked by Washington Courthouse. And it goes now to McQuillan. And the ball is partially deflected off of Pavey. Saving it will be Grimm, trying to get to McQuillan. She's double teamed right in midfield. Heavy pressure being applied to her. Pavey gets it, one of the captains for the Lady Panthers. Pavey comes down the right side. Now a little lead pass to Griffith. Griffith, and it comes off her foot and goes out of bounds. Well, obviously we can see what the trend is here. Get the ball to Griffiths. She has 4 of the team's goals this season. Team's leading scorer. So I would say that's probably the reason they want to get the ball to her. Meanwhile, Blue Lions will get ready now with the ball going out of bounds. They will do a free kick to start things off on offense. And McQuillan off her body stops it. Pressure being applied around the 25-yard line downfield. Now getting a foot on it and kicking it back up the field is Dickerson. Dickerson now over to Thomas. Ball now goes back into Trace territory. Courthouse has not been able to get any kind of offense going whatsoever. Now finally getting a foot on it was Graham, and that was the first time Courthouse has even touched the ball on this side of the 50-yard line. In fact, the ball's kicked out by Miami Trace, so Washington Courthouse will get the ball near midfield as they try to get into Trace territory. Pavey, meanwhile, knocks the ball up in the air. It's batted around. Little pooch kicks by Courthouse. Finally, they get it out over to Snyder. Destiny Snyder now to McQuillan. Kathleen around the 30-yard line. She one-on-one move to Dickerson. Oh, nice move there. Ball's stolen. And coming in and reaching in and getting the steal was Thomas. Now coming right back with it will be Washington Courthouse. Cassie Wiseman now over to Graham, who tried to get the shot up and kind of slipped a little bit. And it goes all the way back out to around the 20, 25-yard line. McQuillan's trying to set something out, and her and Matthews are going at it. Now the ball's back in the Courthouse side of the field. Now coming down that right side is Griffiths. Jana looking. Now she tried to get a little fancy footwork there, and it goes out of bounds. So good defense there by Washington Courthouse. Kaylee Merritt, a junior member, stuck right with Griffiths and did not give her any ground whatsoever. Made her have to stay on that sideline and kept her from getting any kind of a good kickoff. We're about the 35-minute mark here in the first half of play. Don't forget, at halftime, the Kirk's Furniture halftime show, as we'll be updating you on some of the new football polls are out. And yes, Miami Trace girls get to go to the district again. We'll tell you all about that at the half. Meanwhile, ball's batted around, goes out of bounds, and it will be Blue Lions ball. Lauren Joseph will throw it in for Washington Courthouse. Ball's in and coming up and trying to get the steal. And successful is Delaney Thomas, who's playing on the defensive side there. Ball's batted around and trying to Courthouse again. The kick was over to Chambers, couldn't quite get it to her. Now Thomas got it. Now Thomas and Joseph are going at it right in front of the 20-yard, about the 15-yard line, and it goes out of bounds, and the official says it goes to Courthouse. At least that's the way he pointed. But now Trace is going to get it. Well, ball's in. Maybe he said the ball was out on Courthouse. Griffiths tries a little fancy kick to the middle of the field to Pavey. Pavey, now they come to the left wing. Ball's again rejected by Courthouse. Pavey goes all the way back out to about the 35-yard line. Again, Washington Courthouse playing good defense, forcing Miami Trace to have to regroup. There goes the kick coming up, and getting the ball is the goalie for the Blue Lions, that being Jordan McCain. This is, again, her second full start for the junior. Ball batted around the 20-yard line when they're still in Courthouse territory. Here comes to the left side. There's the shot up. Good block there by the Lindsey Gibbs. And coming out will be the goalie again. And that will be a stop as McCain will bring it out. Ball goes down field. Again, a battle going on between Destiny Snyder and Pavey. I think Pavey's had her foot on every possession so far. Seems like I'm saying her name an awful lot. Ball goes now back into Trace, and they will get the ball up, that being Abigail Thomas, and it will be kicked out. I should say they're playing mostly on the Trace side. I'm sorry. Now they got it over, and now here comes Courthouse. Courthouse now on the Trace side, and the ball's knocked out of bounds by Wilson. Joseph, Abigail, one of the 6 seniors on the roster. She's played for the last couple years. Ball's downfield, gets by. There's McQuillan. Will one-on-one move. No, good footwork there by Abigail Thomas, Miami Trace. As she gets a good save right in front of the goal. Now ball's kicked right back into Trace territory. Now they bring it down, and it goes out of bounds. Chad Tolbert, head coach, Miami Trace, his first year after being assistant to Caitlin Francis for 3 or 4 years. Caitlin recently starting a family and left after, I believe it was 8 years as head coach, Trace. Had some sectional final appearances for the ladies program. Last year the team only won 2 games. And we got a little collision there around the 46-yard line. As shaken up a little bit will be Delaney Thomas. So we'll wait here a second as her and Wiseman kind of collide a little bit. If anybody tells you this is a non-contact sport, they never played soccer or watched it. And if you think girls don't go for it, they haven't watched the game. David, I've watched enough girls and done enough girls' games. They're sometimes tougher than the guys. And, hey, this is a battle of Fayette County here, part 1.
Sometimes you almost want to throw pads on Friday.
Yeah, pads on Friday, you're right. Hey, the way some of these guys could probably get hit, Coach Williamson and Coach Williams would probably get them on the squad. Now, right in front of the net. And I believe they said that Lyndon Gibbs got a hand on it. So Miami Trace is going to get a free kick. I believe it's around the 3-yard line. So it's going to be 1-on-1 right here. So this will be Carmen Enix up against Jordan McCann. Free kick right in front of the goal. There's it up, and it's in. So a goal has been scored in this contest, and it comes at the 30-25 mark in front of the goal. And it'll be number 8. That'll be Carmen Enix. And that's her 3rd goal of the season there, David. So that makes the score now 1-0. It's one thing when they do the corner shots where you can have a couple players standing in front of the goal on defense, but on that penalty that was called, it was a free kick. And no one could stand it. It was basically player against goalie. So, Maya Dickerson, a sophomore, will throw it in for Miami Trace. Candace Matthews into Courthouse territory. Downfield. Ball shaken loose. Guess who got it again? That's Matthews. Comes now way to the right side. Little lead pass. And way on the left side and kicking it out of bounds. Good heads-up play by Gibbs for Washington Courthouse on defense, keeping Miami Trace from making Miami Trace having to reset the ball and the play. It's thrown in. Ball batted around and again kicked out of bounds. And that's Macy Wilt. Clock continues to run, 29 minutes plus. Miami Trace just scored on a penalty kick, 1-0. Ball's in. Header out of bounds by Chambers. Trace again down on the court outside. Again, Chambers kicks the ball all the way back to about the 30-yard line. Ball batted around, and it goes out off of Courthouse, and I believe that's Dickerson that throws it in. Ball's batted around, and Courthouse digging for it, getting the steal. As, boy, I tell you, right now, Allison Chambers really going for it on defense. Trace is going to get a shot. They're going to have to pay for it because Courthouse is tightening it up on defense a little bit. Now here we go. See if we can get a fast break going for the Blue Lions. Coming down to the left side, that will be Graham to McQuillan. Tries to lead Graham. Ball got away from her. Stolen by Pavey. And the ball is then kicked out of bounds. So McQuillan had the right idea trying to lead Desiree Graham's down that left sideline. Unfortunately, Miami Trace was able to react quickly and get back and force the ball, happened to be kicked out of bounds. Throw in, Chambers with the steal and trying to get it up, leading to Graham, and taken back instead by Miami Trace. Now Chambers has got it. Now just a little fancy move. Shot up on goal, just wide. Well, give Allison some credit there, boy. Good play. She got a little fancy foot there and kicked it, but unfortunately was wide to the left. Allison Lott's a freshman who scored a goal a couple games ago against Greenfield, is now in the contest as they give Desiree Graham a break. Courthouse attacking quickly. And again, it's Chambers. Now it's taken by the Panthers. It's going to be a foot race to who gets to it first. It's going to be Miami Trace, Carly Smith, and she's knocked down and had a little collision there at about the 35-yard line in Trace territory. So while they're shaking up, let's get ahead and take a quick break here as they attend to these young ladies. 26:42 left in the first. 1-0 Miami Trace leads in girls soccer here on WCHC TV on YouTube.com.
I've always trusted my doctors. Torn ligaments in 1977, again in 78, and in 79, everyone thought I'd miss my chance at Sundays. But my doctors and nurses, they gave me my shot back. So do you think I'd stop listening to the doctors in the middle of a pandemic? Not a chance.
I took my shot.
Learn more at gettheshot.coronavirus.ohio.gov.
Your vehicle is a trusted and valued asset. Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center says you have a lot invested in its care and maintenance, which is why, when you have mechanical problems, you want to take it to a place you can trust. Preventative maintenance can help ensure that your vehicle will keep running right. That's why, for the last 20 years, individuals from Fayette and surrounding counties have trusted Jim and his staff with their vehicle service needs. Give them a call at 740-335-2000. That's 740-335-2000 for your appointment. Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center, 2247 U.S. Route 22 Southwest, Washington Courthouse.
After the collision there, McQuillan Courthouse is on the sideline getting attended to. Grimm has taken her place. Carly Smith of Miami Trace was shaken up. She got up, but she's on the sideline. Now, once again, Courthouse trying to be aggressive here. But again, Pavey with the steal down around the 40-yard line. Ball comes off the foot. Enix and goes out of bounds. And so it goes back to the Blue Lions on their side of the field. Chambers needing some help. Starts, goes toward the middle. Now a good little punch kick there by Wilt. Ball comes to the right side, coming up with it. Looks like that will be I think that's 16. It's Katie Hines, I believe it was, that kicked it out. Ball's batted around and will go out of bounds. We got Gabrielle Miller in the goal for Miami Trace, a freshman. Courthouse has only attempted one shot on goal so far, so she's basically been standing there watching the action. Meanwhile, junior Jordan McCain has had 2 shots on goal, and unfortunately one was given up on a penalty kick because it was her and Enix. Ball's kicked around, another little bump there, but Courthouse on Trace. Getting the ball back will be the Blue Lions. Allison Lotz, the young freshman, trying to get something going, unfortunately stolen. Now getting it back is Elaine Thomas. Thomas now over to the right side around the 35-yard line, kicked by Matthews. Ball's batted around, and battle between her and Lotz. And partially deflected. Pavey was heading toward the goal, thought she was going to get the deflected hit to just bounce right in front of her, and unfortunately hit her side. And so Trace will quickly kick it out of bounds. Check it. They're going to say it's off the Courthouse. So Trace will get it. So that will be Maya Dickinson. Now it goes in. Ball's batted around. And we have Hines and also Joseph battling. Now shot in the right wing toward the middle. Up. And that one's goes far left. So a good stop there off a shot by Matthews. Even though I've done a lot of soccer games and a lot with the Fayette Christian, I have maybe different philosophies than other people on what shots on goals and so forth. If it's around the goal or in front of it, that's usually I count that as shot on goals. If it's to the left, to the right, whatever, I call that as a stop. So again, if you're keeping stats and you do it your way, but that's the kind of way I do as far as the stat on a soccer game. Well, we're close to midfield, still there by Delaney Thomas again. Now they lead it to Matthews. Now they go to the left side and getting away from Hannah Hawk, the freshman who's on the team, and it goes out of bounds. You look at Miami Trace right now, they got 6 freshmen and 7 sophomores. You talk about a young team. 13 of their 23 players are either freshmen, sophomore. They got 7 juniors. So Coach Tobert has got 20 kids that hopefully will be back for him next year that he can build on. Meanwhile, Courthouse has 4 freshmen, a sophomore, and 4 juniors. So they got 9 players they can start building on after they lose these group of 6 seniors. 22:45 left here in the first period. 1-0 Miami Trace leads off a penalty kick by Enix right in front of the goal. Ball is kicked around and goes out of bounds. That occurred at the 30-25 mark. Again, McQuillan's on the sideline after that collision with Miami Trace. As the wind kicking up here a little bit. Feels good, to be honest with you. With the ball now. Coming to the right side, left side's Pavey. Now over to Matthews. Matthews. And a good save right in front of the goal there by McCain. So that will be her second save of the contest. As she came out to where the end zone was at, right in front of the bucket, or in front of the net, I should say. I'm sorry, I got basketball on my mind. I'm already working on the basketball schedule, so that's why I was thinking about it. Meanwhile, pressure being applied. Once again, this is Candace Matthews, one of the 3 seniors for Miami Trace. wanting to go out on senior night here with a win. They're up 1-0. Now short pass. Kicking the ball toward the goal was Katie Hines. Knocked around, knocked loose, and goes out of bounds off of her as Lyndon Gibbs will now get ready to throw it in. And it comes off of the foot of one of the Blue Lions, and so Trace gets it right back at about the 5-yard line, which means they're about 15 yards from the goal because the goal is set up behind the back part of the end zone, which is 10 yards long. And another save, or I should say a stop by McCain. And she'll come out and kick it. A little pooch kick. That goes to Wiseman. Ball now taken right back by Miami Trace. And now Courthouse, and alertly, since they didn't have anything set up on defense, Gibbs will kick it out of bounds. Gibbs, of course, might remember that name. Freshman, girls freshman, or I should say girls wrestler. Had an outstanding junior high career. We're seeing more and more girls on wrestling teams. I've got a feeling we're going to see some numbers of those again this year. Not only locally, but league-wise. There's some outstanding talent coming up, especially that junior high rank. Coach Fondale and Coach Reed, the wrestling programs, Trace and Courthouse, respectively. We'll be doing the Battle of Fayette County in January between those two schools, which will be middle school and high school. We've got a little battle out around the 20-yard line between Chambers. And I believe that was Pavey. And it goes out of bounds. Well, check it. They're going to give her a free kick just inside the line. So there's the shot. It's long, and oh, nice save there by McCain, going up high with her right hand, knocking it down. So that is yet another outstanding save for her. That's 2 in the game. Quickly, Trace now trying to throw the ball in to get the action going, and it goes out of bounds. But that was really a nice play as Candace Miller kicked that one from just outside the 20-yard line. So that was about a 30-yard kick. And Jordan McCain did an excellent job timing that with the block, getting that hand up. Now Chambers will come out, get a blow, and McQuillan will come back in for hers. Coach Lotz, with only 12 players, 1 sub, she's trying to keep her team as fresh as we possibly can. Meanwhile, Miami Trace, another shot. That's another stop and another save, as that one's right in front of the goal. So Miami Trace with 4 shots on goals. One of them's gone in. Right now, that's all that really matters because that puts you up 1-0. Once again, the ball is thrown in as Miami Trace is trying to get something going quickly. Courthouse back on defense. Now McQuillan. Ball comes off her foot and it's taken right back by Miami Trace, that being Matthews. Matthews now over to Hines. Hines to the right side. And they try to go in the middle as the shot was attempted by Thomas and stolen by Grimm, taken right back by Miami Trace. Boy, they're getting very aggressive on defense, aren't they? Oh, another collision at about the 25. Nothing called. They let it go. My goodness. Now with the ball, here comes Pavey. Pavey, right side. She's about 15 yards out, tries to go over her teammate. Ball's partially deflecting, comes off the Courthouse, goes out of bounds. So Pavey was trying to set up Thomas in that right wing, and Courthouse alertly gets back on defense and kicks it out of bounds. 16:45 left here in the first half of play. 1-0, Miami Trace leads. The goal at the 30-minute mark, that by Enix of Miami Trace. Here comes the Panthers on the move. Give and go, a little bit wide. Shot now put up, and another nice save. As another save by McCain, that is her 4th out of 5 saves. As that ball was high, kicked. I believe that was Pavey that shot that one, and it goes out of bounds, and Trace will not be able to save it, I don't think. Yep, it's going to go to courthouse. Half the time, I think these girls, they don't care who's the ball out on. They just grab the ball and start play before the official says anything. Kind of throws me off at times. Quick hit there by Gibbs. Down, back into the Trace territory. And McQuillan tries to get the steal. Now it is Snyder, and the ball goes back now to the courthouse side. Now, give and go. No go. And with the ball and kicking it out will be Gibbs. So most of the time tonight, to be honest with you, we've been on the courthouse defensive side of the field, David. And there goes my roster. We'll get it. Meanwhile, here comes the corner kick. It's high. And thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And the ball is partially deflected. Now coming up with it will be Gibbs. Gibbs has it. Ball stolen by Miami Trace. Coming back with it will be Enix. And now stolen by Weisman. Ball batted around. Trace again has it. And now we got 3-on-1 in favor of Courthouse. But can they get the ball down the field? They're really struggling. They got a kick out to the right side. That's Thomas. And now coming out of nowhere, getting a nice steal there, was Snyder. Snyder now over to Graham. Graham down that left side, guarded by Watson. Graham gets a little spurt of energy. She's across the 15, the 10. She kicks it between the legs, and a stop and a goal saver there by Miami Trace. Courthouse with her second shot on goal. Wow. Graham had some speed on her, and beautiful kick between the legs of Dickerson, but she just didn't quite have enough on it there, David. Came up about 8 yards short. But they showed some attack there, and that's what you need, as we're down under 14 minutes here in the first half of play. And again, Courthouse trying to get it, and they'll kick it out, set up the defense. Gibbs with the duties there. Getting ready for it now is Delaney Thomas. Thomas will throw it in. That goes over to Enix. Enix stops, kicks it back. Setting it up will be Thomas. Thomas now top of the key to Matthews. They'll come to the left side of the offense. Shot put up across the field. Now knocking it down is going to be Thomas on the right side. Tries to kick it now to her teammates, that being Enix. Enix has already got a goal here in the contest. Ball's partially deflected, and that's saved, and it's kicked out of bounds by Candace Matthews. You're listening to girls soccer action here on WCHC TV at YouTube.com.
When it comes to your health, it's important to know your options for care and make that personal choice. At Courthouse Manor and St. Catherine's Manor of Washington Courthouse, we advocate for our residents and provide quality care according to each individual's needs and goals. From therapy stays to long-term care or assisted living, no matter what stage of life, we are here to provide you with the care you deserve. Courthouse Manor and St. Catherine's Manor of Washington Courthouse, sister facilities with a family feel.
Okay, we're back as really nothing happened since you've been away for that quick 30-second announcement from our great, one of our great community supporters. Miami Trace, again, stifled a attempt by Courthouse to get past midfield, as again, most of the action has been done here on the Courthouse defensive side, as Trace has only allowed Courthouse to get across midfield just about 3 or 4 times. Will this be number 5? Stolen right there midfield. Nice kick there and good save by Thomas. Now the ball gets off the head, and coming up and getting a stop will be McCain, and we have one of the blue line players, that being Gibbs, a little shaken up a little bit. So there will be a free kick. There was a penalty. Miami Trace, there's the kick. It's high and it's outside. So they try to set up the play, and it goes out of bounds wide. 10:47 and running. So Miami Trace tried to take advantage of that Gibbs mistake, and we're not able to cash in on it. Again, the ball knocked out of bounds by the Panthers. And Miami Trace again. We got a substitution. While we have that substitution, let's take a quick break. You're listening to WCHC TV at youtube.com.
When the Summers Funeral Home opened to serve this area in 1991, one of their top promises was to each family that they serve to provide thoughtful, caring, and respectful service to those in pain from the loss of a loved one. Terry Summers, his family, and staff continue that promise 30 years later to put your family needs first with the utmost professional care that they can provide. In your time of need, remember the Summers Funeral Home, 223 West Market Street, or call 740-335-6078.
Okay. Blue Lions now on the Trace side of the field. Got a shot off, but coming up and making a stop was the Miami Trace goalie, that being Miller. Now Trace quickly down to their end of the field and trying to attack, as again it was Mallory Pavey, and she got a little bump there by Gibbs and goes out of bounds. So Miami Trace will have the ball on their side of the goal area that they're shooting at. We're under 10 minutes. And they're going to do the corner shot. There it goes. It's going to be a little bit short. Joseph gets a foot on it, knocks it loose, and knocks it out. So Carmen Enix, one of the three captains, along with Matthews and Pavey, again will try a corner shot. There it is again. They tried just to pooch it up there. They had several players in front of the goal. Miami Trace couldn't get a handle on it. Now here comes the Blue Lions, and it goes out of bounds. And the Lady Panthers will get it back at about the 35-yard line. Coming down, shot on the left side, Thomas, and she hits the side of the net. And it goes wide. So Miami Trace with their sixth shot on goal. Kane has got 4 saves and 1 goal in. Courthouse has had 2 shots on goals, and Miami Trace has had 2 saves. So Trace, as we mentioned before, it seems like almost the entire first half, everything's here to our right, David. Down as Trace just keeps attacking. Oh, there's a little bump. Nothing called there. As Griffith, who's back in the game. And, oh, there's a little takeout. As a little pressure being applied by Kaylee Merritt. So that will give the ball to the Panthers just around the goal line. Throws it in, and not coming up with it is Trace. Courthouse had it, and Gibbs, now she gets it out, and back around the 30, getting the steal will be Abigail Thompson, who's in the game now for Miami Trace. This Coach Tolbert trying to get everybody in the game. Might as well. That's what they're here for, right? And Enix. No, guess they're going to let Maya Dickerson, a sophomore, throw it in. And trying to save it. And it goes on out of bounds. will be Jana Griffith. Jana leads the team with 4 goals. Carmen Enix just scored a goal, so that gives her 3 for the season. So that's your 2 top scorers for Miami Trace. Blue Lions, Allison Chambers has 2 goals to lead the Blue Lions. Ball left side and goes wide and out of bounds. Clock continues to run. We're at about the 5.5-minute mark. Tomorrow night, Dennis Allen, David Woolever with girls volleyball. Greenfield at Miami Trace in a battle of 2 of the 3 teams that's currently in second place. Chillicothe, who's in first place, is at Washington Courthouse, who's also tied for second. So it's going to be a pretty good and interesting evening of soccer action. Meanwhile, I'll be on the McDonald's network. If you are a follower of Fayette Christian Schools teams and doing their girls volleyball games down at Ross County Christian School. So there's a lead kick to McQuillan, but unfortunately for her, she can't get to it quick enough. Now Trace is attacking again and just saving it on the sideline, and was Trace that kicked it off the foot of Chambers, and it goes out off the Blue Lions. 4.5 minutes. We will have a Kirk's Furniture halftime show for you, updating you what's going on in sports around the area, so stay tuned for that. That's at the half, and at the end of the game, the McDonald's postgame show. We'll be announcing the star of the game. Ball's batted around. McQuillan has it. Battling for the ball, and whoa, nice save there by Thomas. Thomas over to Pavey. Pavey now back to Matthews. Matthews now try to lead. A little give and go there on the right side. Thomas, whoa, she slips a little bit, goes out of bounds. We saw that a little bit yesterday, David, when we did the youth football game. A football player, I believe, slid once or twice. Even though it's AstroTurf. A little slick maybe there on that sideline. Coming out for Courthouse will be Allison Lotz. And Macy Witt, number 15, is back in the game. A little battling going on there between Kaylin Dato. She will throw it in for the Blue Lions. It came off a Trace. We're down to 3 minutes. We got, if you're Courthouse, you got to get some kind of offense going here. Try to get on the Trace side and see if you can get some shot on goal. They've had 2 or 3 really good looks. They were short. Defensively, they stayed with Trace pretty well, and we got a whistle. And Courthouse is going to get a free kick. That one will go all the way, and Chambers at midfield kicks it, and Trace gets it back. Candace Matthews. Now Dato with it. Now partially deflected. Now comes off the foot of Snyder. Chambers trying to get something going. Ball's kicked back into the Courthouse side of the field and goes on out of bounds. And Dato will get ready to throw the ball in as we're now under the 2-minute mark and a Trace 1-0 lead in the Battle of Fayette County. These 2 girls teams will play in Courthouse on Thursday night. Of course, Thursday night we'll be doing the doubleheader volleyball games between Courthouse and Trace. In addition, in case you're not familiar, the 2 squads play again the following Thursday night at the 14th out here at Miami Trace, and we've added that to our broadcast schedule. So we're going to be kept quite busy. Now quickly, coming down with it, Courthouse on the Trace side trying to get something going. McQuillan has the ball, pushes it now to about the 25-yard line. McQuillan has, reaching in. That will be Watson. She fell, but nothing called there. Now it's almost getting it was Joseph got her foot. Now there's a long kick downfield. It's a foot race between McQuillan and also Thompson. Thompson saves it in the end zone. Ball batted around. McQuillan has it. Well, she's guarding her good, and Thompson alertly kicks it out of bounds as Courthouse trying to get something going here with under a minute left in the first half of play. So Abigail Joseph will get ready to throw the ball in. This is an important pass. Tries to lead and goes out off the leg of Snyder. She tried to kick it down, and unfortunately it came off the inside like her thigh and went on out of bounds. So that was a costly mistake there by Courthouse. But now the Blue Lions putting some pressure on. And Wiseman gets a foot on it. Chambers from about 28 yards, I should say, and it's short by about 5. And coming up and getting the stop was the goalie, that being, of course, Gabrielle Miller, who's a freshman, and that will end the first half of play. So, a lot of excitement, not a lot of scoring, but both teams are trying, and maybe the second half, we'll see what happens there. So at halftime, our score is Miami Trace 1 and Washington Courthouse 0. We'll be back in 2 minutes with our halftime show right here on WCHC TV at youtube.com.
M&M Fasteners has been supplying quality fasteners across the United States since 1996. M&M supplies our customers with all types of fasteners, from standard nuts and bolts to specials per your prints. M&M Fasteners is a complete fastener importer and distributor that can custom tailor our services to meet your customer needs. Whether it's one part or 1,000 parts to be customized for a special job, M&M can thread, turn, mill, drill, and weld parts to meet your specifications. For details, call us at 740-335-1641 or see us at our website at mmfast.com.
I've always trusted my doctors. Torn ligaments in 1977, again in 78, and in 79, everyone thought I'd miss my chance at Sundays. But my doctors and nurses, they gave me my shot back. So do you think I'd stop listening to the doctors in the middle of a pandemic? Not a chance. I took my shot.
Learn more at gettheshot.coronavirus.ohio.gov.
We should go bowl and have the best pizza in Fayette County tonight.
Ugh, I don't want to go to 2 places.
Well, we don't have to. The best pizza in Fayette County comes from the local pizzeria, Amori's Pizzeria, just inside Leo Lanes.
Really? No way.
Yes way. Come on in and grab a lane and the best pizza in town. Leo Lanes and Amori's Pizzeria, located right across from the Fayette County Fairgrounds.
Call Leela Lanes at 740-335-2580 to order your pizza today.
County Early Learning Center is now enrolling for all 3 programs. Our Head Start program, which is a preschool program for 3 to 5-year-olds. Our Early Head Start home-based program, which is our home-based program that serves pregnant moms and children birth to 3. And then our Early Head Start Child Care Partnership at Rockabye Early Learning Center, which is a center-based program for working parents or parents that are going to school for children birth to 3. For more information, contact Fayette County Early Learning Center at 740-335-7138.
I'd like to take this time to remind you that your Epiphana McDonald's of Fayette County, Jamestown has openings for individuals looking to grow with one of the top companies in the world. Epiphana McDonald's now has crew positions at our Jeffersonville location, available starting at $16 per hour. If you're looking for management opportunity, positions are available at all 4 restaurant locations, 3 in Fayette County and in Jamestown, starting at $17 per hour. Benefits include college tuition assistance, free meals and uniform, paid training. To apply for either crew or management positions, go to tinyurl. That's the word tiny, tinyurl.com/crew/Jeffersonville or tinyurl.com/managementmcd. Or check out our McDonald's of Fayette County Facebook page, Epiphana McDonald's. I'm loving it. Now time for the Kirk's Furniture New Holland's halftime show, presented by Kirk's Furniture in New Holland. Now with new hours, open Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday evenings till 7 p.m., Tuesday, Friday, and Saturdays till 4 p.m., and of course, closed on Sundays. Well, welcome into our coverage here on YouTube. Again, it's always kind of have that backup, huh? David, smart guy he is. He made sure we got a setup on YouTube a long time ago. Who would have known Facebook would be down there, right? But Facebook pages. Yeah, David's trying to stay with action, do the production, so bear with us. But we're doing the best we can. But anyway, it's 1-0. Miami Trace leads at the half. Real quickly, the Kirk's Furniture halftime show. The new football polls are out. And real quickly, Lakewood St. Edwards moves up to the number 1 spot in Division I this week after being number 2. Cincinnati St. Xavier, who lost to Louisville Trinity on Friday night 33-32, drops to 4th from 1. Youngstown Benedictine is still number 1 in Division II. And Tays Valley from the Mid-State League is number 12 again this week. Chardon stays 1 in Division III. In Division IV, Cincinnati, Wyoming's 1, Bloom Carroll's 2, Waverly is 6, Clinton Massey is 7th. And Division V, Kirkland's 1, Ironton's 4, Piketon from the SVC is 8th. In Division VI, Mechanicsburg is now tied for first in the state with Archibald. And West Jefferson is number 5. West Jefferson and Mechanicsburg, guess what? They play each other next Friday for the OCC championship. Fort Fry down at around the river stays in at number 8. In Division 7, Marion Local's number 1, and Bern Union is number 8. As we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, the Miami Trace girls top golf team, slow it down, Randy, you'll get it in, qualified for the Division I districts again today. They finished second place. That's the same they did last year in the sectionals. Top 3 teams will go to the districts at Eagle Sticks next Monday. Warren Local and also Chillicothe from the AFC will go. So we got 2 of the 3 slots. Libby Allshire finished 4th overall, and Allison Butler came in 5th overall in the individual scores with 92 and a 93 respectively. Jackson of the FAC came in 7th. Hillsboro came in 8th. Also, individual qualifiers, Sayre Wharf, Marietta came in with an 85. It was Aldrich Ashley of Logan, shot an 86, and Lisa Liu of Athens, who finished 9th, she shot a 97. But again, Miami Trace, again, qualifies for the districts next week. If they win, they go as a team, or if, like Libby did last year, she was the lowest score of an individual that was not on the winning team, so she got to qualify. It's the same thing. One final thing, real quickly, reminder, tomorrow night we have girls volleyball action, Greenfield at Miami Trace. We'll take the air a little around 6:30 p.m. And this has been the Kirk's Furniture Halftime Show, presented by Kirk's Furniture in New Holland.
Kirk's Furniture in New Holland has a gift that you can open all year long, a Lazy Boy recliner. We have a big selection of lift, rockers, or wall recliners, and the big man's recliner at prices that Kirk's Furniture in New Holland are known for. 12 months interest-free financing with approved credit. Free delivery in our trading area. That's at Kirk's Furniture in New Holland. Open Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. As in the past 106 years, we're still closed on Sundays.
Well, at least I got to post. Still can't page it on CHC, though. Oh, well. All right, we're back here at Miami Traces. It's halftime, 1-0 score in favor of the Panthers. Again, the only score so far here in the first half of action came at the 30-25 mark when Carmen Enix on a penalty kick in front of the goal made it 1-0. So statistic-wise, basically we've been down here, if you're looking at the screen to your right, toward the Miami Trace going toward the courthouse goal. We've spent probably about, I would say fairly 75% of the time down on this side tonight in the first half. Because Trace has just not allowed Courthouse to get any kind of offense going. Courthouse has got across midfield maybe 5-6 times. They've been able to get officially only 2 shots on goals, but Miami Trace has been able to save them. Meanwhile, down on the Trace end, they have attempted 6 shots that I have them, but Jordan McCain's done a nice job with 4 saves. But as we mentioned, they did get that penalty kick, and that's where we're at a score of 1-0. So both teams are starting to come back onto the sidelines, as again this will be the first of 2 meetings between these two squads. Chillicothe, of course, is winning the girls soccer division. They're winning the boys soccer division. They're winning the volleyball. Trace girls did win the tennis championships, so congratulations to them. Washington Courthouse won the boys golf. Miami Trace won the girls golf. Cross country, I don't think it's been held yet. So I think that's all the sports. So the teams will flip. Courthouse will go left to right across your screen. Dave Woolhover and I are doing the broadcast tonight. Dave's producing, doing the camera work and everything else. So, and of course, with Facebook and all the problems they're having, we have an account set up with YouTube, so he said, let's try that. And by George, we was able to go live. So I haven't been able to post on the page, so I went ahead on my personal page and posted. Hopefully words get spread that if the people wanted to see this live, they can maybe get the word out that we're on YouTube. All right, 40 minutes of action as we begin the second half of play. Washington Courthouse will have the ball as we begin action. And ball is kicked out of bounds as the Blue Lions looking for their first victory of the season. Miami Trace with only 1 win, and that was against Westfall, along with a tie. Courthouse has a tie as well. So Courthouse will have the ball out. Kaylin Dato, one of the 6 seniors on the roster. There's the throw in. Nice little lob off the foot of Grimm. Ball now comes back. In the backfield is Gibbs. Quick lead pass attended to Gibbs and goes out of bounds. Again, 1-0 Miami Trace. Miami Trace now on the attack. Courthouse getting it back short of midfield. Bringing it down will be Pavey. Now over to Thomas. And ball kicked out of bounds. Throwing it in will be Abigail Joseph. Ball batted around, and finally coming up with it will be the Blue Lions. Pavey, boy, she's all over the place. She gets out and gets rid of it. Yeah, she gets it down to her teammate, Carly Smith, And the ball goes out of bounds, and that will go back to Miami Trace. So the ball is thrown in, a little bit long, and quickly, Courthouse Lyndon Gibbs will kick it out of bounds. 37.5 minutes left in this battle of the black and blue in girls soccer, part 1. Part 2 is Thursday night in town. It's part of a doubleheader, I believe. I believe it started at 5. We'll double check that when we post the wrap-up story on this. Ball down, and ball's kicked by Gibbs. Nice high kick there, and a good play there by Graham. Graham comes off her leg, now tries to get by. Graham trying to go one-on-one. Shot put up by Snyder and Trace, and now Chambers knocks it down around the 10-yard line. Courthouse getting a little aggressive down here at this end. Chambers heads for the net, and it's partially deflected and goes out of bounds, but Courthouse will keep it as the official points that came off of Miami Trace. So the Blue Lions now will have a chance for a corner shot here. And the official gets to earn an extra $1.50 to go and chase the ball. So here comes the Blue Lions. They try to set it up, and there is going to be turnover. Yep. A penalty on Blue Lions. McQuillan. I did not see what the call was. Huh? Yeah. Ball's high in the air. And now goes around midfield. Miami Trace with it. Now good kick. Here comes the lead. Boy, Courthouse quickly getting behind there. And Gibbs says, if I can't get it, you're not going to get it. So she kicks it out of bounds. So with that, Miami Trace again will have an opportunity to have the ball out. Corner shot. .35-minute mark. There's the ball in. Nice block by Snyder, knocking it out of bounds right to the right side of the goal. Well, this is where your defense really has got to be sharp, because you never know who might be cutting toward the goal off the corner shot. They may try to aim it high and somebody try to do a header. So if you're on defense, you got to be very, very careful. Kind of glance behind you as the ball's coming toward the goal. Here comes Trace again. There's the kick up, and there it is. And it's accidentally kicked by Washington Courthouse. Oh, my. Oh, my. That is a goal. And unfortunately, that ball came off the foot and into the goal by a Courthouse player. Oh, my. That puts Trace up 2-0. Not only is she embarrassed, but, defensively she was in a good position, but just could not. It came off her. She said it came off my head. That's Gibbs, I believe. Let me double. Nope, that's Merritt, number 8. So Kaylee Merritt, she said, just leave me alone for a minute. So a deflected goal, and it's 2-0 now in favor of Miami Trace here in the second period. So now Courthouse's goals really got to work here to get not only 1 but now 2 goals. Ball batted around, and Chambers triple team. Oh, nice save there by Miami Trace as Chambers really got a good foot on it there, but unfortunately slid under just enough that the goalie, that being Gabrielle Miller was able to come up with the play. Now coming down the left side, and it goes out of bounds. That's off Jana Griffith, who leads Miami Trace in goals with 4. And now we're going to have a whistle. And they said, oh, excuse me, girls, but Courthouse should be one getting the ball, not you. So that's why I say sometimes these girls, they just go for the ball. They don't wait for the official to say whose it is. And again, it goes out of bounds. So throwing the ball in will be Kaylin Deo. Ball's lobbed in. Chest bump there. Gives it back in action. Was Matthews. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not, but I just did, I guess. Now the ball comes down field and goes out of bounds. Well, it did. It hit her chest. I mean, you know, I got to say it's a chest bump. 32 minutes left in the game. 2-0 Miami Trace. Ball batted around at midfield. I'm telling you, Mallory Pavey is just downright nasty out there. She is playing some defense. Ball batted around. Try to lead pass from Thomas, and it will be Gibbs who will kick it out of bounds, and they'll set up on defense as Miami Trace will get it just outside the goal. Smith kicks it back out. Shot from about the 15. Knocked down by Joseph, who'll kick it out of bounds. We're exactly at the 32-minute mark. Corner shot coming up for the Lady Panthers. It's high in the air, and it hits the side of the net, and it goes to Courthouse. So 2-0 score for the Lady Panthers, looking for their second win of the year. Washington Courthouse still looking for their first. Miller for Miami Trace will do the free kick. And it's taken there by Jana Griffith at about the 25. Now she's on the attack. Now she's pushing a little bit. Goes to the right side, can't stop her momentum, and it goes on out of bounds, and Courthouse will take it out. And we'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Girls Soccer Action here on WCHC TV at youtube.com.
Great Oaks is for those who can imagine a car, truck, or airplane that looks and runs as good as new, or better than new, and then gain the skills to repair, replace, repaint, and more. It's for those who know that beautiful homes don't just happen, they're the result of skill and talent. It's for those who want to program complex machines to create the parts and products that make a difference. Limited space is still available for incoming high school juniors. Apply now. Go places.
We're back here now at Miami Trace. Girls soccer action. Trace up with a 2-0 score. Here comes the Blue Lions on the attack. It's a foot race between Snyder and also Abigail Thompson. And it goes out of bounds, and Courthouse will take it out of bounds. So bringing the ball, or throwing the ball in, will be Caitlin Deo. Lobs in, ball partially deflected. Miami Trace gets it, kicks it across the field to the right side. There comes Trace. Oh my goodness. Good play by Chambers coming in, getting the steal. Allie, nice little footwork. 25-20. She's got Thomas on her. Now they get it back out to Snyder. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be Trace's ball. Ball's thrown in. Hannah Hawk, one of the 6 freshmen on Coach Tolbert's team. Downfield, quickly moving and going out of bounds off the foot of Jana Griffith. Courthouse will throw a ball in. Joseph trying to return kick, comes up short. Trace gets the steal. Coming down. Now it's Thomas. Thomas now to the middle. And coming in and knocking it loose will be Wilt. And it goes out of bounds. Trace ball again out of bounds. Ball in. Trace will just kick it out of bounds, and there it goes. We got another timeout. You're listening to Girls Soccer Action on WCHC TV at youtube.com.
Your vehicle is a trusted and valued asset. Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center says you have a lot invested in its care and maintenance, which is why, when you have mechanical problems, you want to take it to a place you can trust. Preventative maintenance can help ensure that your vehicle will keep running right. That's why, for the last 20 years, individuals from Fayette and surrounding counties have trusted Jim and his staff with their vehicle service needs. Give them a call at 740-335-2000. That's 740-335-2000 for your appointment. Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center, 2247 U.S. Route 22 Southwest, Washington Courthouse.
Back to action here at Miami Trace. Still 2-0 Trace score. Nothing happened while we was away. Shot! Oh, this one is long. That would have been a 25-yard field goal. David is she kicked that one straight through. I believe that was Pavey that hit that one. And she was right in front of the goal, and that one went through the goal post above the goal. But, yeah, that was a 25-yard field goal for Trace. Meanwhile, Trace keeps the pressure on as Courthouse, again, struggling, trying to get that ball onto their side of the field, see if they can make something happen. Lob in, ball batted around. Trace with about 18 to 20 players to run in and out tonight, while Courthouse basically is down to 12 players, and we play 11 at a time. So Coach Lotz happened to really be careful how she doles the minutes out to her players. Meanwhile, Trace continues to battle. Griffith, there's a little pass attempt, and coming up, making a nice save is McCain. Puts us now at the 26-minute mark. And all of a sudden, coming out of nowhere and trying to get a steal was Maya Dickinson, and she kicks it out of bounds. So Courthouse will retain possession of it out of bounds. They got to be getting tired, David. I don't care how young these young ladies are. I think Courthouse had, 4 games in 6 days last week? And turn around, they've got 1 tonight, 1 tomorrow night, and 1 Thursday night. But so does Trace. So, again, when you got just a little bit wider or deeper bench you can lean on, that might help you a little bit. Got a little collision there, and Courthouse will get a free kick. So Blue Lions will get a free kick at about the 45-yard line on their side of the field. So let's see how they're going to attack this, as this will be Landon Gibbs up the middle, and it will roll. Ball is head bumped by Miami Trace, and I believe it was for them Abigail Thompson. She knocks it out. So Courthouse will get a corner shot now. It's worth the 25-minute mark here in the second period of play. So they'll set it up in the corner, and let's see if the Blue Lions can buy a goal here. There's the kick. They're going to go out front and try it. Chambers, ball's knocked loose, and ball is stolen by Miami Trace. And here comes the Lady Panthers. Whoa, nice play coming out of nowhere. Getting a nice Steal and knocking it out was Graham. Now Griffith kicks it in, and Gibbs says, we're not ready yet. I'm going to kick it back out. Just go back and get the ball, okay? I'm sure that's not what they're saying, folks, but you got to have a little fun with it, right? Sarah Smith, number 18, is now in the game for the Lady Panthers. Another freshman. That one is kicked to the left and will go out of bounds. And Courthouse will get the ball again after, I believe that was Matthews that kicked it out. A little over 23 minutes left in this contest. 2-0 favor of the Panthers. Ball is thrown in. We're going to have a whistle. Got a little infraction there. Somebody cut in front of somebody. Well, it's going to be a free kick for Miami Trace, whatever it was. So Matthews gets a free kick at the 39-yard line. Up the middle. Almost gets it to Mowry. Now coming out and getting a save is McCain to the left of the goal. She comes way out. Short kick. And it comes off of Snyder. Katie Hines throws it in. Ball way back in the Courthouse side. Look out. Here comes Chambers out of nowhere. Yeah, she gets the steal as Dickerson was kind of not being very aggressive. Now Trace again gets it. Chambers trying to put some pressure on, and they'll get it over now. This one is to Merritt, and the ball is kicked out of bounds. Don't forget the McDonald's post-game show coming up. Since this is Miami Trace Courthouse, David, we get to pick one from each team, which I think is only fair. So we'll pick a star of the game from Trace and star of the game from Washington Courthouse after the game. And we'll have some final stats for you. Hopefully, might be able to get a coach up here. We'll have to wait and see how things right after the game. Ball batted around. Trace has the ball. Thompson about 15 yards out. Now here comes Miami Trace trying to set it up. Cross lane pass. A header attempted by that being Janet Griffith, and it goes off her head out of bounds. Trace will get the ball out at side court, or side of the field, I should say. There's the kick in front of the net. There's the shot. It's good. They got the shot in the left side. And getting that will be Matthews, number 9. So Matthews with a goal at the 20:44 mark. And that makes it 3-0. So Matthews with the goal in front of the net. And Griffith got the assist because she got the pass to her. So I'm crediting Griffith with the assist. So Courthouse now down by 3-0. Now they know they've really got to get it going here with just a little over 20 minutes left in the game. The other night they played Jackson. They were scoreless till the last 20 minutes, and then Courthouse just simply got tired because they didn't have any bodies and no substitute. Jackson got 5 goals on them in the last 20 minutes. So right now, fatigue could be a big factor for the Blue Lions. And if you're Courthouse, all you can do is you just got to play through it and do the best you can. Trace, meanwhile, being very aggressive. Ball is batted up in the air, hit by Dickerson. Now ball's a little bit long, and trying to get the block was Gibbs. Now coming down the left side. My goodness. Football, that might have been a clip, David. Soccer, they just let it go. Goes out of bounds. So 3-0, Miami Trace with 2 goals here in the second half to start to pull away from the Blue Lions. Courthouse, though, still has 20 minutes left. We got a little bumping foul called on Miami Trace. The official kind of made that little elbow, like she kind of ran into her and threw the elbow out into her. So it'll be a penalty kicks coming up at the 30-yard line. And it'll be Lyndon Gibbs, one of the freshman members. And he'll do a short kick to Joseph over to the left side. Now back to Gibbs. The attack over the head of Dickerson, running down the left sideline, and could not quite get to its Chambers. They were trying to set her up a little bit. Ball goes out of bounds. We're down to under 19 minutes here in the game. 3-0 Panther lead. Ball's thrown in. Chambers comes off her body, goes out of bounds. Miami Trace will get it back out of bounds again. Throw in, ball batted around, and Pavey gets it. Mallory across the timeline, across the midcourt field. I'll get it right, folks. Wrong sport. Meanwhile, foot race between Gibbs and Pavey, and goes out of bounds off the foot of Courthouse, Lyndon Gibbs. And so Pavey will throw it in for Miami Trace on the left side. Lead pass to Jana Griffith. She puts up the shot, and another save there. Shot on goal by the Panthers. Get my little stat sheet out here. I haven't been having to mark too many stats here lately. Ball's knocked around and goes out of bounds. Jana Griffiths with her four goals coming into the game, leads the team. That one shot, and another save by Courthouse. So 5 saves on 9 goals by, I should say, 5 saves on 9 goal attempts. Meanwhile, Chambers gets the steal, gets it now to McQuillan, who gets the ball taken right back. Now getting a foot on it will be Wilt, and kicked all the way now across over here to this side of the field in front of us. So we're over in the visitors' press box. Now they come to the left side. Coming down with it will be the Panthers. Hannah Hawk, ball's taken, kicked down. Now we're into Courthouse side of the field, and McQuillan, and coming down no place and getting the steal is Dickerson. Well, she's played some good defense tonight. Now they get it over to Matthews down the right side. Here comes Miami Trace on the attack, and the ball is kicked, and a good stop there as Miami Trace had looked like maybe almost a real good shot at it, but unfortunately was not able to get it a distance on it, and it came up a little bit short. Meanwhile, Washington Courthouse quickly trying to attack. They're down 3-0. We're exactly 16 minutes left in the contest, and it comes off of Chamberlain's foot and goes out of bounds. You're listening to girls volleyball action here on WCHC TV at YouTube.com.
I've always trusted my doctors. Torn ligaments in 1977, again in 78, and in 79, everyone thought I'd miss my chance at Sundays. But my doctors and nurses, they gave me my shot back. So do you think I'd stop listening to the doctors in the middle of a pandemic? Not a chance. I took my shot.
Learn more at gettheshot.coronavirus.ohio.gov.
Back in action now at the 15-minute mark. Washington Courthouse again trying to be a little aggressive, but Miami Trace really getting back on defense. With the ball is Thompson, and her McQuillan will have a foot race, and it goes off of Trace, I believe. No, officials. He's pointing toward Grimm can come back in the game. That's what he's doing. All right. Courthouse will get the ball. Coming out will be Macy Wilt. 14:40 left in the game. 3-0 score Miami Trace. And now we have one of the Panther players. Looks like Dickerson is shaken up a little bit. And looks like it's the contest. I believe that's her first appearance today. Now here comes Griffith for Miami Trace. Cross midfield. She's triple team. Tries to go in between three bodies. Gets rid of the ball. It's loose. And it's Matthews with a shot, and it goes wide right and out of bounds. So Carmen Enix with the first goal, the 30-25 mark in the first off a penalty kick. The second goal came off a blue line player and went in at the Trace goal, made it 2-0. And then Candace Matthews scored at the 20-44 mark with an assist by Griffith, and that's where we're at now, 3-0. And again, Courthouse happened to set up on defense. But the second half, I will say, it seems like it's evened it out a little bit, David, as far as 50-50, as far as time on which side of the field. The first half was clearly Miami Trace, probably 75% of the time. But this half, it looks like it's a little bit closer to 50-50. Which means, Courthouse is getting an ability to get a little bit more aggressive. They just have not been able to get hardly any shots off, though. Throw in. That's off of Matthews. Ball's knocked around. There's Griffiths trying to go for goal number 5 of the season. Shots up, and it goes wide. And we're going to have a whistle. And goes to Courthouse. I'm not sure what the call again was. The officials don't really make the hand signals in soccer like they do in other sports. If they were playing basketball, that might have been a flop because of the way she fell. Got to have a little fun with it, folks. 3-0, Trace with the lead. 12 minutes away from clinching their second win of the year. But Courthouse says we still got some chance here to make a save. Ball's kicked out of bounds. And Courthouse will throw the ball in down at their side of the field around the 15-yard line. As soon as somebody gets down there and does it. Looks like it's going to be Snyder. She's looking to see where her teammates are at. There's the lob. And she gets it back and kicks it wide, and it goes out of bounds to the right. So 11.5 minutes now left here in the game. Still 3-0 Miami Trace. There's the kick. And it will be Trace that will retrieve it in the back, and they will kick it out. Courthouse again will have it. We're under 11 minutes left in the game. Tomorrow night we're back with volleyball. Greenfield Trace. Dennis and Dave will be doing that broadcast. Then you'll get all three of us on Thursday night with Miami Trace and Courthouse volleyball. We'll do both the reserve and the varsity games starting at about 5 o'clock. With the ball will be Matthews. Gets by Courthouse. There's the lead kick to Mackenzie Morris. Now over to Griffith. Griffith, left side, in front of the net. She loses the ball. Saved, and another stop by Washington Courthouse. Unofficially, I got 6 saves now for McCann tonight. As that shot was attempted by Matthews after Griffith lost it. Ball's kicked all the way out of bounds. Miami Trace will try to get something going. And McQuillan comes up with a steal. And quickly getting the stop and kicking it back down is Thompson. Now over to Griffith. Griffith now, and Courthouse now, excuse me, comes off Griffith. She comes to the left side. Battle. Oh, that's using your body for it. Knocks the ball down. Goes to one of her teammates. That's Katie Hines. Hines now is being double teamed. Gets rid of the ball. Goes over to Thompson. Thompson on the right side. Shots off and will miss the bucket. Want to take this time to remind you, Epiphala McDonald's of Fayette County and Jamestown has openings for individuals looking to grow with one of the top companies in the world. Epiphala McDonald now has crew positions at our Jeffersonville location, available starting at $16 per hour. If you're looking for management opportunity, positions are available at all 4 restaurant locations, 3 in Fayette County and in Jamestown, starting at $17 per hour. Benefits will include, after this shot, short and out of bounds. The benefits include college tuition assistance, free meals and uniform, and paid training. To apply for either the career management position, go to TinyURL. That's the words TinyURL. Another shot from the corner. Ball is hit, and it comes all the way back out. And Griffiths will set it up. Now they go to Matthews, and it's stolen now by Joseph down the right side, and it's in Courthouse territory. And we got a foot race going on. Trace has it. Thompson now will get it back. McQuillan has it. We'll tell you more about McDonald's. Hold on just a second. And we're going to have a whistle. And we got a push off. So as I start again, the address, if you want to apply, is tinyurl.com/crew/Jeffersonville or tinyurl.com/managementmcd, or check out our McDonald's of Fayette County Facebook page, Epiphala McDonald's. I'm loving it. All right. Courthouse will get a free kick at the 35-yard line. Gibbs with the kick goes toward Megan Snyder, excuse me. Ball's knocked loose. Mowry, Pavey with it, and Chambers, and it goes out of bounds. And Coach Tober quickly says, Mowry, stop. Let me get some players in here, okay? He said, you got to let me coach a little bit here. And you got some of the maybe Trace boys soccer team, football team out here cheering on the ladies. Might be able to pick them up. And it goes out of bounds. We're down to 7 minutes left in this contest. Miami Trace up 3-0. And here we go on the run again. Matthews try to go to Griffith on a give and go. Ball's knocked loose, goes out of bounds. Chambers tries to save it, and it goes back to Miami Trace. Out of bounds. As that was McKinney Davis. He throws the ball in. Now Hannah Hawk, freshman. And it goes out of bounds. Trace will retain possession with 6.5 minutes left in the game. Trace has got to do is getting ready for a corner shot. It looks like it's going to be number 1, Lita Penrod, I believe it is. No, check out. They're going to let Candace Matthews. She's way on this side of the field. They said, you need to get over there and kick it. So here comes Matthews with the corner kick. In front of the net, knocked down by Miami Trace. They did not get a good header on it, but it's saved. Shot put up. Ball is put up, and it hits the side post. Oh, my goodness. A shot was put up there by Mackenzie Morris. She was on the left side. She shot it, and it hit the right post and bounced out. Oh, my. You don't see it often, do you? So Miami Trace will again gets the corner kick, but this time they're going to do it here on the left side toward the visitors' press box side. Again, the shot's up, and she snuck it in. It went under the goalie, And that will be another shot off a penalty corner kick. And again, that is Candace Matthews with the goal. That comes with 4:53 left in the game. And that makes the score now 4-0. So Candace Matthews with a goal. That is her first goal of the season, by the way. So Griffin's now got 4 goals. Enix has got 3 goals. Hines has got a goal. Matthews has got a goal. And who else had the goal there? Meanwhile, Courthouse on the go. They stopped. Yeah. Matthews. I'll check it. That's her second goal today. She had a goal in front of the net, so I apologize. That is her second goal of the evening. So Matthews has 2 goals, and Enix has a goal, and then there was a deflected goal. If you folks see my writing, you know why I can't figure out some of my things I want to say. And David will be the first to vouch for me. He said, if you're going to give me something, you got to type it. And then that's questionable sometimes. Ball's batted around, 4-0. Trace with the lead, 4 minutes left. So Candace Matthews with 2 goals tonight. She might be in the running for the Miami Trace star of the game. You never know, huh? We'll be announcing a winner from Trace and a winner from Courthouse. Both teams, since it's a battle of Fayette County. So that'll be coming up after the game on the Epiphone McDonald's post-game show. Coming down with it is McQuillan. McQuillan trying hard and has it partially deflected, and it'll go out of bounds. So Chambers will have it. So Candace Matthews with that corner shot just a few moments ago kept it low in an arch, and it went underneath McCain outstretched body and hit the back right corner for a second goal of the game. Whoa, there's a little bump, nothing called. Ball's high in the air. And Pavey chasing it down the right side. Mallory, little shake and bake move, puts up the shot, saved by McCain. We're down to under 3 minutes left in the game, 4-0 in favor of Miami Trace. And yes, Courthouse is playing with only 1 sub the entire game. Yes, you can tell they are tired. But I'll give them credit. They're still out there tackling and battling. I don't mean tackling physically. I mean they're still running and being aggressive on defense. Miami Trace, again on the attack, comes down to their side of the field and kicks it out of bounds. Courthouse will have the ball with 2:20 left in the game. These two teams will be back in action tomorrow night. This goes to Trace, the official said. Tomorrow night, Courthouse will play host to Chillicothe. Trace plays host to Greenfield. And then Thursday night, these two teams do it again at Courthouse. Ball almost stolen by Courthouse, then it's knocked out of bounds and deflected. And it's Courthouse's ball. Sometimes the way these officials point, they go the opposite direction, David. So I got to almost have to wait till the last possible second to see what they're going to do here. So it's going to be Courthouse. Joseph throws it in. Ball's batted out of bounds. That's going to go to Trace. And throwing it in will be Madison Corey, another freshman. She's in. Comes off the leg of one of the Courthouse players. Katie Harris, a sophomore, is now in. It's Coach Tolbert emptying the bench. Trace having trouble getting the ball in, aren't they? They tried 3 times. Courthouse deflected the first 2, and the third one just came off a Trace. 55 seconds left in the game. Courthouse with the ball. Can they at least get a goal in the last minute? Trace, meanwhile, Mallory will let it roll. Now to Matthews, who's got 2 goals in the game. Now McQuillan and Pavey battling out. I think there'll be a little push there, don't you think? And Mallory Pavey will get a free kick. Or I should say Miami Trace will get a free kick. I guess it's going to be Matthews at about the 43-yard line. And it's a long one, but stopping it in front of the goal was McCain. We're down to the last 15 seconds of this contest. 4-0, Miami Trace holding on as the countdown comes. Ball is going to be kicked by Courthouse, and that will end the contest. And so Miami Trace will pick up win number 2 for the 2021 season, beating the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions in the first of 2 battles tonight, winning by a final score of 4-0. We'll take a break. We'll come up in a few minutes with the Epifana McDonald's post-game show, including stats and our stars of the game. Stay with us here on WCHC TV at youtube.com.
When it comes to your health, it's important to know your options for care and make that personal choice. At Courthouse Manor and St. Catherine's Manor of Washington Courthouse, we advocate for our residents and provide quality care according to each individual's needs and goals. From therapy stays to long-term care or assisted living, no matter what stage of life, we are here to provide you with the care you deserve. Courthouse Manor and St. Catherine's Manor of Washington Courthouse, sister facilities with a family feel. When the Summers Funeral Home opened to serve this area in 1991, one of their top promises was to each family that they serve to provide thoughtful, caring, and respectful service to those in pain from the loss of a loved one. Terry Summers, his family, and staff continue that promise 30 years later to put your family needs first with the utmost professional care that they can provide. In your time of need, remember the Summers Funeral Home, 223 West Market Street, or call 740-335-6078.
We should go bowl and have the best pizza in Fayette County tonight.
Ugh, I don't want to go to 2 places.
Well, we don't have to. The best pizza in Fayette County comes from the local pizzeria, Amori's Pizzeria, just inside Leela Lanes.
Really? No way.
Yes way. Come on in and grab a lane and the best pizza in town. Leela Lanes and Amori's Pizzeria, located right across from the Fayette County Fairgrounds.
Call Leela Lanes at 740-335-2580 to order your pizza today.
County Early Learning Center is now enrolling for all 3 programs. Our Head Start program, which is a preschool program for 3 to 5-year-olds. Our Early Head Start home-based program, which is our home-based program that serves pregnant moms and children birth to 3. And then our Early Head Start Child Care Partnership at Rockabye Early Learning Center, which is a center-based program for working parents or parents that are going to school for children birth to 3. For more information, contact Fayette County Early Learning Center at 740-335-7138.
Kirk's Furniture in New Holland has a gift that you can open all year long, a Lazy Boy recliner. We have a big selection of lift, rockers, or wall recliners in the big man's recliner at prices that Kirk's Furniture in New Holland are known for. 12 months interest-free financing with approved credit. Free delivery in our trading area. That's at Kirk's Furniture in New Holland. Open Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. As in the past 106 years, we're still closed on Sundays.
Well, we're just a few minutes away from the Epifana McDonald's post-game program. We'll be announcing the players of the game, one from Trace, one from Courthouse, and we'll run down some stats for you. Other games going on tonight around the area besides this girls' contest. The only other, I don't see any other FAC games, but there's games around the Mid-State, New Lexington at Logan Elm, in the SVC, Zane Trace and Uniota, Heath and Westfall. Also in the Mid-State League was Liberty Union and Grandview Heights, Fairbanks and Bexley, and Jonathan Alder and Bloom Carroll. Boys soccer action, New Lexington at Logan Elm, Alexander and Waverly, Circleville, Liberty Union, Ross Southeastern, and Piketon. Wellston and Westfall, West Union, Leesburg, Fairfield, Buckeye Valley, Jonathan Alder, and Briggs against Amanda Clear Creek. Volleyball action going on tonight. Let me see here real quickly. Paint Valley and Greenfield's the only volleyball game that I see involving an FAC school. Other games tonight include South Gallia at Huntington, Peebles at Ripley. It was Waverly against Portsmouth. Also, Emmanuel Christian against Mechanicsburg, Madison Plains at Chihana Christian, and Fisher Catholic at Groveport Madison. We'll have all the scores for you on our Facebook 43160 page and also on our Community Action website a little bit later on this evening. Final score here was 4-0, Miami Trace. When we come back, we'll do some quick stats and start the game, so stay with us here on WCHC TV at youtube.com.
M&M Turf Supply Company has been serving the equine industry since 1966. We carry a complete line of 100% natural horse tail hair and mane hair. Bulk horsehair is sold in half-pound and 1-pound bundles and is available in blunt cut or natural tapered. The hair can be used to make horsehair extensions, pottery, sculpture, braiding, and jewelry. We are located in Central Ohio, and we can ship to most states in 2 to 3 business days. Please call us at 740-335-1641 or visit us at mmhorsehair.com.
Great Oaks is for those who can imagine a car, truck, or airplane that looks and runs as good as new, or better than new, and then gain the skills to repair, replace, repaint, and more. It's for those who know that beautiful homes don't just happen, they're the result of skill and talent. It's for those who want to program complex machines to create the parts and products that make a difference. Limited space is still available for incoming high school juniors. Apply now. Go places.
Now time for the Epifano post-game program, featuring coaches' comments and the player of the game announcement. This program is presented by your Epifano McDonald's restaurants, 3 locations in Fayette County and Jamestown. And we're back here on our post-game program again. About everyone's left, so the coaches have already headed toward the gate. And with all the YouTube trouble and communication things, we did not get a chance to set up an interview with the winning coach, and we apologize for that. Maybe we can try to get Chad on at a later date or something like that. Real quickly, we'll give you a rundown of the statistics that I have. Miami Trace unofficially, I had them with 13 shots on goals tonight. They made 3 goals. 2 of them I have for Candace Matthews. One at the 20:44 mark in the second half in front of the net with a Griffith assist. And then I had her hitting a shot from the corner at the 4:53 mark. So she had 2 goals this evening. Carmen Enix had the first goal of the game, and that came at the 30:25 mark, also in front of the goal, and that came off a penalty kick. And the second goal came in the second half at the 34 mark with a deflected ball that hit one of the courthouse players and came off and went into the goal. So that's where we're at, 4-0. So 13 shots on goal for Miami Trace. They made 3 of them. Meanwhile, Courthouse only had 4 shots on goal. Miami Trace had 6 saves, and Courthouse had a total of 4 saves. We'll be back with the stars of the game right after this. We're talking about and trying out the new glazed pull-apart donuts, now available for a limited time at your Epifano McDonald's McCafe Bakery. These are available for breakfast, lunch, or late snacks. That's right, these light and airy full glazed donuts can be pulled apart, and you can just relax eating one piece at a time. Or if you can't wait, they're small enough to eat in a big bite, but big enough to fill that sweet tooth hunger. Remember, glazed pull-apart donuts are available, but for a limited time only, at any of the 4 Epifano McDonald's locations in Fayette County and Jamestown. All right, since this is a Courthouse Trace game, we're going to pick a player from each team. That only seems fair. So from Washington Courthouse, we're going to name the player of the game as star of the game as Allison Chambers. She was very aggressive on defense tonight. She had a couple shot attempts and played a very good game. Unfortunately, she just was not able to get on track along with her teammates to get a good shot on the goal to get us possible score. But anyway, so Allison Chambers will be our Washington Courthouse girls soccer player, star of the game. Our star of the game for Miami Trace will be Candace Matthews. I had her for 2 goals tonight, both of those in the second half of play. So congratulations to her. Those young ladies will be appearing on a Epiphana McDonald's Saturday McSports show at a later date. With that, our thanks to Dave Woolever, thanks to Mr. Bernard for helping things here tonight. This place is about empty, and we got to get out of here. They're going to lock us in. Tomorrow night, it's volleyball action with Dennis and also David, and it'll be around approximately 6:15, so hope you tune in. Then hopefully things will be good on Facebook. Until then, I'm Randy Young. Again, final score tonight, Miami Trace 4 and Washington Courthouse 0.